Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the IOM studio, aka my bedroom. I am here today just to kind of test things out. My microphone's not that great. The webcam's not great. My whole setup's not great, but I didn't feel like walking around, so I decided to try this out. So, with that being said, we're going to do a ranking on the Star Wars Disney Plus shows live action. I'm not including the animated Rebels and Clone Wars and whatever else there is. I don't watch them. But this is just going to be the live action Star Wars TV shows on Disney Plus. The Acolyte just wrapped up last week, and we will see how it ranks starting now at number 8. Unfortunately, is going to be The Acolyte. Eek. I really wanted to love this show. It was supposed to be kind of like the Sith's perspective. I don't know what this show was. It was very strange. The backstory was strange with the twins. I don't know. The only redeeming quality about the whole show was that the fight scenes were really good. There was a few episodes where they had lightsaber battles. Those were good. I just did not think the writing was strong. I didn't really like most of the show. So that's why it comes in at number 8, The Acolyte. Number 7, this is another one where, from what I've heard, if you've never seen Rebels, you wouldn't really have any idea what's going on in this show. And that's Ahsoka. Again, it's not the worst thing I've ever watched. However, I don't really know what this show was. Like, basically, they go to like another galaxy to try to find Ezra. I'd only watched Rebels a few episodes, so I didn't really know most of the cast. But they went to find him, and then after not seeing him for years and years, they're just like, "What's up?" Like, I don't know. It was just weird. Grand Admiral Thrawn was in it, which I've heard from the Legacy Star Wars. He's supposed to be like a real, horrible, the big bad, and I don't know. This show just fell flat. So that's why it's number 8, Ahsoka. Number 7, number 7 was Ahsoka. Number 6, I don't know what happened here. He was introduced in Mandalorian Season 2. That'd be Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. Oh my God. What happened? I feel like it started out okay. Like the backstory of him getting out of the Sarlacc pit and his like moment of zen with the Sand People. And then it just went off the rails. Like it turned into like a comedy, like with like the... I don't know what was happening. And then after a certain amount of episodes, he just like disappeared from his own show, and it turned into like a Mandalorian show for a couple episodes. I don't know. I feel like there's a good show in here somewhere, but Book of Boba Fett, I really hope they would do another season and kind of redeem it, because he's supposed to be a bounty hunter. He doesn't just sit around cracking jokes. I don't know. I don't know what this was. But number 5. We're going to have to go with Mandalorian Season 3. The first 2 seasons, very strong. The third season just went completely bonkers. They tried the format where he would have like some kind of quest for the week, and then he would get it resolved, but then he'd have to go on another quest to get something for the previous quest. It just kind of kept going. Season 3 with Bo-Katan, and then they introduced like other people in Coruscant. I don't know. And then they're like the editing in this show was very strange. Like they would go like a little snippet of Boba Fett, then there'd be like an hour of like the storyline of other people that we don't care about, nor will we ever care about. I don't know. I don't know what happened. And then there was the Jack Black and Lizzo episode. What was that? I don't even know what that even was. But this went just too beyond goofy for me. So that's Mando Season 3, number 5. Number 4, this one should be number 1. But it wasn't, because it wasn't that great. That's Obi-Wan. Again, the battles between him and Anakin were good. There's a lot of good things in this show, but I don't know. There's a lot of dumb things in this show. So it's kind of a mixed bag. I heard somewhere, I'm sure it's been taken down, but some fan did a fan edit and they like condensed the 6 episodes into like a 2.5 to 3 hour movie. And apparently it was really good. Like they cut out a lot of the junk and they rearranged some scenes and it was apparently really good. And I feel like that's what it should have been. It should have been a real tight movie, but it was just okay. Number 3, the one that kicked off Disney Plus, Mandalorian Season 1. We were introduced to Baby Yoda. Became a phenomenon. This was like must-watch TV at first. During the fall of 2019, I believe. It was right before the pandemic started. And it was really good. Like I think everyone was kind of glued to their Disney Plus every week. I think it came out on Fridays, and I remember I was just looking forward to every Friday to see the new episode. The whole series was really good, and I got nothing else to say, but it was great. Number 2 was a very surprising show. Like I loved Rogue One, and I really loved Andor. And this was a good show because it was 12 episodes, and they're doing another season of 12 episodes. And man, especially the part where they were in the prison, like right in the middle, like they kept kind of changing the storyline every 3 or 4 episodes. Wow, it was very intense. It was very good. Like the whole show was just so good. And it wasn't all done in the sound studio. Like they were in like real life locations. That's what I think Star Wars needs to get back to. Stop filming on the volume, I think that's what it's called. So, Andor is number 2. There's a new season coming out soon. I don't know if it's early next year. I think they've stopped filming, so it will be coming out eventually, and hopefully it's just as strong as season 1. I assume it'll be leading up right until the events of Rogue One. And that leaves us to the number 1 Star Wars Disney Plus show, which is going to be Mandalorian Season 2. This one was great because right off the bat they introduced us to Boba Fett, who we haven't seen since not counting Jango Fett. We haven't seen Boba Fett live action since Return of the Jedi. Is that right? Yeah. And man, it was awesome. Him fighting with Mando, and then Luke Skywalker comes at the end to take the baby back, and everyone's crying. Oh my God, this season was amazing, and it came out right in the middle of the pandemic in 2020 fall, I believe. I think it was about a year after the first one, so everyone was still kind of in pandemic mode, and it was fan-freaking-tastic. I know there is a new show on their way called The Skeleton Crew and Andor Season 2. And I think there might be another Mandalorian season, and they're making a movie, I think, also. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Star Wars announces things, then they cancel them, and then they announce another thing and cancel it, so you never know what the hell's happening. But I wish they would get away from these stupid 6-episode seasons with like 30-minute episodes. It's just, come on, guys. Like either give us like 12 episodes, or if you're going to do 6, at least make it an hour, and not just an hour of filler, but like a good hour. But I'm not in charge. I think a lot of these shows should have been movies. I think they would have made a lot more money. Instead of having 6 episodes, tighten them down to like a 2.5 hour movie, and I think they would have been more successful. But what do you think? Hopefully you enjoyed the first video in the IOM studio. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching.